In this special two-part RDBA video, I'm interviewing Christine Day, the CEO of Luvo. Thanks for joining me today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Christine, you've been a trailblazer for some of the most successful brands and companies in the U.S., including 6 years at Lululemon and over 20 years at Starbucks. Now you've taken on a new challenge, health and wellness with Luvo. Share with me, what are some of the secrets to your success?
I think what's really been important is working for brands that I think have a higher purpose or a vision, and I think that's been the common thread in my career. So I certainly think that's been behind the ability to engage consumers with brand by having vision that has purpose to it, that engages consumers, and then having strong strategy. So being able to have the execution in place to build a business model that makes sense on that vision, that delivers profitability for the shareholders and for the company. I think those are all really important things that have happened in my career, along with the ability to build great teams.
Let's move into my world and your new world, the supermarket. Retail dietitians are constantly working to prove their value and their worth, both to corporate and at manager level. How would you recommend their self-promoting and showing the value of this very important retail dietitian role?
First, I want to say I think this is an incredible, new direction that is happening here. Is that we have retail dietitians, and when I look at the state of health and and wellness in our country, I think it is so important to have access to dietitians, nutritionists, and I think their role needs to be broader. Right now we've seen some people playing with it and some activities at the store base or maybe a little bit at corporate shaping product. But to me, this is a new opportunity to have the retail dietitians engaged in the strategy of the company and the vision of the grocery store. And so to that end, I think that they should really be engaging consumers, having a voice in product selection. So really sitting at the table with strategy, and then really out there with the consumers, engaging them. I'd love to see kind of an Apple Genius model at grocery stores where people know they can come into a Nutrition Genius bar and get the questions or answers, go on walks. I'd like to see them invite soccer teams in and elementary schools in and have workshops on everything from nutrition for beauty, nutrition for aging, and beyond diabetes and kind of the illnessing, really moving into staying healthy right from the beginning. So I think there are so many exciting things actually could be done and leading and changing and engaging with consumers and the strategies of grocery stores with this position.
I love your idea of the Genius Bar. And let me build on that and really put on your corporate hat for a second. Today in the retail industry, there is only one registered dietitian that is named as a vice president. How important is a job title when you're talking about having a seat at the table when it comes to strategy? Should retail dietitians be fighting for titles, director, VP, president, CEO? Yeah,
absolutely. I think as a leader, when I want to create change in my organization, or I want to indicate the significance of a strategy or a new direction, you have to look at your organizational structure and the platforms that you're calling out. And I think what's happened right now is we've deployed retail dietitians at a tactical level, but not at that really strategic level. And title is part of that. And as a leader, you want to send that signal. So, Samantha Cassidy, our VP of Nutrition, is a vice president for exactly that reason. She's as important as any of our other marketing strategies, and she's her own department. And function, because we view that as really important in driving our product creation, our marketing strategies, our PR strategies. She is a voice of the company internally and externally, and we have to give her the stature and the power, the right to engage across the organization. And I don't think that's any different than in the grocery store industry. If you want to change the consumer's perception and you want to change your organization, you have to create the structure and the leadership and the permission to engage across the organization, and title does that.
Christine has a lot to say and a lot to bring to the party to our industry. Stay tuned for more in part 2.